Hi everyone, Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Now, when I woke up this morning, full disclosure, I had no idea what an Ooblets was. But overnight, my Twitter feed got very excited about some details that was happening as regards to it. And the announcement that developers had made regarding it becoming an Epic Store exclusive. So when I sifted through all the information, sifted through this announcement, I had... Well, it started off at least with me having some empathy, some sympathy for the developers. But when I finished with everything, if this whole thing falls apart for them, they've only got themselves to blame. That's all I can say. So I'm going to go through it all now. You make your own determination, and I'll tell you exactly why I feel the way that I do. So... this is their website, and this is a post that they put out on the 31st of July. And Ooblets appears to be partly crowdfunded. I say partly. They do have a Patreon with about 1,095 people. Rebecca, accordingly, she's the developer, one of them at least, is creating Ooblets, a game about creatures and farming. I don't think, from what I've seen, it promises any version of the game. You'll still have to get the game, but it's there saying this is what we're trying to do. Will you put some money towards us? So it's kind of like soft. Don't want to use the soft launch. It's sort of like a soft crowdfunding in as much as it isn't promising the game, but it's it's saying this is what we're trying to achieve. Would you support us on Patreon? Anyway. It seems to be some sort of blend of Pokemon and Animal Crossing, stuff like that by the looks of it. And as you can see, they've created a bit of a floss going on. Because the first few paragraphs, which are, by the way, very weird indeed. I will link this in the description box for you to go check out. Essentially says, we've signed with Epic for PC launch exclusivity. Okay? And then they go into what Epic is. They're the creators of the Unreal Engine. They're also a platform like Steam. And Epic paying for PC exclusives has become the latest thing gamers have gotten angry about, which I'll talk more about a bit further down. So already within the first section, bearing in mind, of course, this is their announcement of them becoming an Epic exclusive. This isn't any response to we're going Epic exclusive, and they've had a ton of feedback from other people. This is their first initial announcement, and have already started to get not just defensive, but kind of patronizing and talking down to gamers. Oh, it's the latest thing for gamers to get angry about. Roll the eyes type of business. So they say that it's going to launch exclusive and that they got money up front from Epic so they can make the game that they've always wanted to make with few compromises. Now, this is where I can have some empathy for them. And they do say, so we had a big decision to make and we didn't make it lightly. Because Epic doesn't yet have the same market share as their competitors, they offered us a minimum guarantee on sales that would match what we'd be wanting to earn if we were just selling Ooblets across the stores. That takes a huge burden of uncertainty off us because now we know no matter what, the game won't fail and we won't be forced to move back in with our parents. Ha 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 ha. Again, this is something I sympathise and I can empathise with. They're trying to create they're a very small 2-person band by the looks of it. They're trying to create this game. They've got guaranteed funding and they've got a payment up front. So not only are they secure, but they can now hopefully make a better game as well. They can make don't have to compromise. Don't have to say we're going to have to cut this, cut this, cut this, cut this. They now have the funding to get on it and produce that. So it is... You can understand why a small developer would do this. Going on the Epic Games Store, they're going to get a better cut, better share. Epic is only going to take 12%, regardless of if you use the Unreal Engine or not. Steam takes, 30 to 40% cut? It's ridiculous, a huge amount. So they've got more money to play with, more profits to play with, which will allow them, hopefully, to create more in the future. So you can absolutely see their viewpoint. But the problem is, they should be adopting an attitude of empathy towards their potential customers as well. And this is what they don't do. And in actual fact, they decide to almost attack people who would dare criticize going into an Epic Store exclusive. So they talk about when is it going to come out, and then this is the bit where it all starts to go wrong. Angry at Epic, us, the world. We're aware of the backlash that's been hitting games that sign with Epic. I don't expect much of our uniquely lovely community to fit into this weird anti-Epic contingent. It's not weird. There's a lot of logic behind it. But I figured I'd share our thoughts and have an open conversation about the issue. Well, this isn't an open conversation right yet. This is them just announcing. I've read through all the arguments against Epic, and they all basically come down to a couple of core issues. Epic Game Store doesn't have the same features as other stores. And they say, well, I've used it, and it seems to be fine. Well, the simple fact is, the Epic Game Store doesn't have anywhere near the same amount of features as Steam at all. Hell's bells, it doesn't even have a bloody basket, shopping basket, for goodness sake. And they talk here about Steam have had 15 years to get everything right. And you just have to look at that logically and say, well, in that case, the Epic Game Store should have come out slick as hell. Because they would have been able to look back at what Steam has done over those 15 years and say, that works, that doesn't work. So we take that feature, we put that feature in. And so when it came out, it should have been slick. Slick as. But it's not. It's a mess. And then on top of that, you have all the issues as regards to the data, the way that it also seems to infect your PC. But the agreement between Epic and Tencent with data and the way that the data is then provided to China. And we know what China like with data. Good grief. Even Twitter right now are banning stupid things. So, yeah, people have got a lot to be concerned about when it comes to the actual Epic Game Store itself. It's anti-consumer to have exclusives. Now, this is where they completely lose the plot. This is the most common complaint about Epic, but I don't think people have really thought this through. Patronise again. I don't think you've thought this through. I can understand the frustration at having to buy different consoles to play games that you want, but there's no extra cost for using the Epic Game Store. The store and launcher just require a few sign-ups. It's not like having to pay for HBO and Netflix and Hulu to watch all the shows that you want to watch. It's also really disappointing to see folks threaten to pirate games just because they can't get it on the game launch they used to, feeling like you're owed the product of other people's work on your terms. Oh dear. You are creating a game and you're trying to develop an audience. It makes sense to have as wide a variety of choice for your audience. We'll get further into this in a moment, but that is just like so tone deaf. Or else you'll steal it is the epitome of the word entitlement, and that people use to discuss immature, toxic gamers. So, in their announcement that they're becoming an Epic exclusive, you've been called entitled, immature, toxic, also been patronised to, and you've had no response yet. So this is going well for them. This is going well. Gets worse. I get the appeal of wanting to seek out things to get angry about. Venting anger is cathartic and natural. But let's have a little perspective about what we decide to get angry about. Oh, man. Stop telling people how to feel. You're going to get them more riled up. If you don't feel this way, you are a toxic, entitled ex-gamer. How's that going to go down? Well, we're going to see shortly, and it's not very well. look at the things going on around you and ask yourself if there might be anything just a tad more worthwhile to get upset about. Here are a few suggestions. Climate change. Human lefts. What a bloody idiot. What an absolute buffoon. First and foremost, let's get things back on reality, yeah? Let's just dismiss this lunatic business down here. Let's get back to reality. Is the Epic Game Store anti-consumer? Yes. Why is it anti-consumer? Because instead of developing organic competition with Steam, instead of saying, hey, we're offering another platform for you to put your games on, we're going to offer a much more competitive rate. We'll only take 12% as opposed to Steam's 30, 35, 40, whatever. And it's because there's fewer games clogging up the system. There's a very good chance you're going to get good exposure and a lot more eyes on your product because we do have an existing base that is just as large as Steam's. With our, games like Fortnite, etc. No, what they've done is they've ransomed games. Oh, you want to play this game? You've got to come to this platform. With Ubisoft, with Metro. Then they've gone out and they've poached crowd-funded games. Money that you and I put $300 into Shenmue 3 4 years ago, 2015, when they announced it. I put $300 in. They have taken that crowd-funded game, yoink, Epic exclusive now. Even though it was said it was going to come out on Steam. They did it with Phoenix Point. They've done it with others. That is games that wouldn't exist without you and I. Wouldn't exist without the money we put in. Not Epic. No one else. What we put in. But Epic came along and said, hey, we're going to offer you a big chunk of cheese so you can go exclusively on our platform. And if people want to play it, they've got to come to us. That is anti-consumer. Anti-consumer. So instead of developing the Epic Games platform as an alternative to developers and consumers alike, they've turned it into a greed playground for developers. That's what they've done. They've said, hey, come to us or else. It's the only way you're going to get it. Or you can wait a year. Do you want to wait a year? So, anyway, he says, we're going to go on to Discord to answer questions. This is going to go down well, if you want to jump on there. So, on Discord, this person says, what option do people that literally can't buy the game now due to Epic not supporting their currency have? I wanted to buy the game, but now I'm 100% unable since I don't have the means to do so. So, not wanting to support Epic Games... does not wanting to support Epic Games make me an entitled angry child? This is terms which that person has used. Just because my country isn't allowed to buy games in my own currency, am I an enraged man-baby due to the fact that even if I did buy it, it would cost me more than it should? And then this is the developer, and he responds to them, Deadly Penguin, you'll have to wait, I guess. Nobody owes you the game. Where did we hear that? Where did we hear that? Feeling like you're owed the product. I wonder who wrote this. I wonder who wrote this by any chance. Could it just be our friend here who makes the exact same argument? Nobody owes you the game. Now, this is on Discord, and this has been confirmed as legit. Now, I've not been 100% able to confirm whether these Discord ones are legit or not, but if they are, then it's just adding more fuel onto the fire, even though that first one was bad enough. But we've got the frothing anger over literally a free game launcher you don't like is proof that the tone matched the target of that tone. No! Because you wrote that article first before anybody responded. You became the antagonists. You attacked people. You called them entitled, toxic. You had a go at them for doing things that they hadn't done, all because if they didn't agree with you going onto the Epic store, that's what they were according to you. You were the antagonist, not them. You can't say by default, because we got responded to in the manner that we spoke to them, ergo we were correct to do this, is lunacy. If you had done an article, if your article had said, look, we just want you to appreciate where we're coming from. We're only a couple of people, but we've got big ideas. We think this is a lovely little game that you're going to thoroughly enjoy. And this exclusivity is going to allow us to get better exposure, better profitability, and it's going to allow us to hopefully create more for you in the future. You know, either expand on the game or different ideas that we may be able to act upon. And so we really hope that you can understand, truly understand the reasons that we've done this. This is from a consumer perspective. But no, you attacked people. That's what you decided to do. Honestly, the biggest reason why we didn't do a Kickstarter is we didn't want to deal with entitled baby gamers holding even more power over us. This guy is a prick. He's just a prick. He doesn't even like his audience. He's clearly showing that, hey, we're just doing this for the cash. We were hoping for something like this. We're just doing this purely for the cash. We don't care about our customers, our potential customers. We got paid now. Daddy got paid. Who cares? Further ones, if anything, you guys make me want to rip into gamers more. God, he's an idiot. I think when a lot of the kids here get older and have to get jobs, their idea of what selling out is will change. No, it's the manner in which you are addressing people. And that further corresponds to this, which if this one is true, not 100% sure. I couldn't find it on his Twitter line. I did look. But if this is true, at the end of the day, it's open. It's talking about Patreon here. At the end of the day, it's open to whoever wants to support the Patreon. We don't need the money from there now, though. So, we've got enough money now. We don't need this. We got enough money. So we don't care if you pull out your support from Patreon. We got enough. Your tone has caused this. And then guess who joins the party? Tim Sweeney, CEO of Epic Games. And he says, in response to community feedback, I have reviewed the tone of the Ooblets exclusivity announcement and wish to make the following official statement. Guess what it is? Can you guess what it is? It was awesome! How is this helping Epic in any way, shape or form? Apart from making them look even more anti-consumer and making them more idiotic by this sort of response. If you don't agree with coming to us, then screw you, even though we hold your games at ransom. Even though we aggressively pull out crowd-funded products that you have actually poured your money into that wouldn't exist without you, and then we are trying to ransom it back. Absolute buffoonery. Let's bring this to an end now. Look, just the way that the developers have spoken to you in this post have become so aggressive. And then their responses when people have come to them says everything that I need to know about this company. I wouldn't purchase from them. And it's such a shame because, you know, this could be a fun little game. I'm sure people will buy it. But they've got to also think about the future themselves. Where they've said in this post, I don't think people have thought this through. I'm not sure these people have thought it through. Because unless Epic have provided them with enough money for them to retire on, I think they might have a lot of objection to their next potential offering if they decide to make one, particularly with how they've decided to show themselves off in this post. Gaming, what is going on today, folks? I mean, I'm just talking today in general. What has happened to customer service? What has happened to looking after your customers? It's gone. It's gone. It's absolutely gone. So, he says, trying to stifle a hiccup. I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.